Man, you could have shot that one at the target, huh?
Yo, man, there you go. You may recognize Jared Schaffner. He's the DeWitt County Sheriff, and after a long day, he trades in his gun for a bow and arrow.
When you've been in law enforcement for 25 years, sometimes the last thing you want to do when you get home is pick up a gun and strap it on your shoulder. So this is a good way to get away from the pressures of everyday life, and also you can think clear in the deer woods, and I can think any place else. So I've solved a lot of problems in my own time sitting in a deer stand that when you're at home, you just can't seem to get things worked out.
Jared's been bow hunting for 15 years and decided to take on the challenge of making his own.
Just to give an overview of the different type of traditional bows that are out there, and some bows that people can make at home very easily if they try. Starting with the most primitive bow that you may look at. This bow here is an Osage orange bow that was actually harvested off my father-in-law's farm in Piatt County. This one's actually, I made this one about 10 years ago, so these are very durable. Osage is one of the hardest woods out there, so it's very durable and has a very good cast to it. This bow happens to be made out of hickory. It's just basically a piece out of a hickory tree that was worked into a bow. And you can see I left some of the original bark on the bow, sort of as a natural camouflage, and then just stained the hickory. This is actually a thin layer of bamboo laminated to hickory. You can see that, again, this material from this bow, the hickory, came from across the street from a tree my neighbor cut down. And then, as they get more complicated, this is actually a traditional recurve bow, a three-piece takedown recurve bow that has a layer of black fiberglass on it, and with maple core limbs. You can see very thin strips of maple in the limbs here. You know, all of this, the maple is all harvested locally. The only thing that is not really a local wood is the woods here and here. The zebra wood is also an African wood. Everyone needs an outlet in life, and I find as things tend to get more hectic in your professional life, you really need something that can keep you busy.
More advanced bows can take 40 to 50 hours to complete. They're done by clamping strips together to form the right shape.
So that's your basic sandwich. You can see that this one's got several layers to it. They would be coated with epoxy. This is the heart of the bow. This is the riser. And this particular riser is made of a tropical species, rosewood, and it has a lamination running through the middle of it, a thin maple, because the lamination makes the riser much stronger than a single piece of wood would be. And one of the hardest parts of building these bows is actually what they call the fade outs, where the bow goes from not bending to where it starts to bend. And you see these have to be machined to almost a paper thin thickness. So when the bow is glued up, they gradually start to bend at this area. It takes 23 clamps to glue one longbow up on here, so you have a whole bunch of C-clamps before you're done. It's a good thing I have a family of woodworkers, because I steal clamps from them when I get a chance.
The final step is putting everything in an oven.
And that'll shut, and that basically stays for about 6 hours.
Here's the scenario: you don't know where your gun is.
Yeah.
You know where your bows are. Are we gonna go bow crime fight?
No, I don't think so at any time in the near future. You know, like I said, Ben Franklin actually wanted to arm the Continental Congress with longbows from England, and there's a pretty good reason why he didn't. No, I don't think that the two paths neither shall twine, because it's just not applicable in today's law enforcement world. So,
but if it happened, you'd be number one.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't shed a tear. I'd probably be more than happy to pick up an arrow, but not today.